We all know what happened. The Browns were sitting there at number 2, and everybody was wondering, what are the Browns going to do at number 2? Hey, guess what? They're going to trade with Jacksonville to go after Travis, a.k.a. the Gremlin himself, and Hunter. And boy, oh boy, if he wasn't on the Ewok adventure, he was definitely on Gremlins, because he definitely is going to star in Gremlins 3. I can't stand this kid. I met him at the Heisman Trophy dinner. The guy stood tall. He thought that he was bigger than the world. I think that the Heisman Trophy and the group of them voted him in when I thought Genty was the bona fide Heisman Trophy winner. And this guy went out there. He smiles. He's got a bright smile. Deion Sanders loves him. He calls him his son, his stepson, or whatever the hell he calls him. And this guy has never won anything. He's never done anything. He never defended against a top wide receiver in the NCAA. Why does everybody have a love fest for the Gremlin himself? Please tell me.
Because the kid is a phenomenal talent. He has the right type of headlines behind him. And there's the league was shifted in a way for them to be able to highlight these storylines. He's going back home to Florida, which is where he's from. He's going to get a chance to actually pull in fans to make those people more money. It's going to be interesting to see how he does what he does. I don't know if they're going to play him offense, defense, or otherwise. Would I love to see him do something that hadn't been done before? Yes, but I think that's also arrogant to think that someone going into that league can do something like that. I don't think that he's been prepared psychologically to understand the NFL and college are two totally different games. I'm sorry. That guy in college is going back to his apartment or dorm room after it's over with, and he ain't gonna get in the portal until the end of the season. The NFL is a completely different game. That guy you playing against got a mortgage.
Hell, look.
He got kids at him.
Do you see the number I have up right there? What is that? What does that equal? 7. You know what that means? The guy's not going to have longer than a 7-year career in the NFL. The guy is so overrated. I think
he has said that already.
He is 7 years, and that is it. That's all he's going to last in the NFL. Nobody's going to deal with a big mouth guy that goes out there, and he's got to play one-on-one with Brian Thomas every single week. And that guy is a beast. That guy is going to be the best wide receiver in football in 3 years. Remember I said that. Now, it's 2 years now because he is Justin Jefferson 2.0, 3.0, 4.0. Give it 5, baby, because Brian Thomas Jr. is my man. And if he was a Jet, he'd be even bigger, my man, if you know what I'm talking about, Speedy. Nevertheless, I'm telling you right now, the one and only Brian Thomas versus this guy, and he's got to defend this guy. It might get him better, or it might even make him look like a pea shooter, which he probably is.
Well, he's going to get a chance to show it. One of the things that I know about Deion, I've coached against him. I know him personally. I know his thought process and what he gives. And so the kid has had, like I said, he's in a position now to where you're going to have everything that you need. And he's going to get a chance to learn from a lot of great guys. I think the biggest thing for him outside of his day-to-day work is going to be what other greats that are technically sound is he going to connect with. Deion was a phenomenal talent that had an exceptional athleticism different than anybody else. Travis, this game that you got to play in now, you got to have skill set. Athleticism ain't enough. So we're going to see. I wish the best for the kid. He's in a great opportunity. He got to show what he can do.
So how would you coach him? How would you spread out the snaps? How would you spread out the percentages of how much you would play him? We had several ex-football players on during the draft in our draft coverage. And last week we had Quentin Coples. That was an interesting debate that Errol and him were having about how much you would play Travis Hunter. He was saying only play him on defense, don't play him on offense. What would you do if you were coaching him?
Well, I don't like to put caps on guys. So I'd let him, if we draft him, he was doing both in college, I'm going to let him play both in the league. And I'm going to do it all day in practice. Forget the games. I'm going to let him do it in practice, and then I'm going to monitor whether or not he can actually handle it. On defense, I think that's where he should go. I think he's better suited long-term. Receiver, it takes too much. If you have a system, like most NFL systems are multi-layered, he's psychologically going to be burnt out by week 6 or 7. College football is not like that. So I'd start him out on defense and let him roll, and then throw him out there a little bit on offense just to, let him get touches and his big play ability. But again, that's something you got to earn in the league. I give him a shot to do it initially, but then after that, I'd have to gauge this kid to see where he's at.